Can that also be from the position of you, the servant, going to them, making sure that what you're doing as well is spiritually based? Like sometimes people don't want to work with somebody if they think that they're not going to buy from them.
Right.
So then in my mind, I'm thinking that I still should work with them to convey information. They may not be the client, but maybe there was supposed to be a connection between me and them.
Well, the thing is, as Christian sellers, I mean, we're consistent, so we can approach anybody. Now, if somebody doesn't want to work with us for one particular reason, I mean, we love on them, we pray for them, and then at times we have to move on. So that could be a spiritual decision. But, so yeah, I mean, that could occur, when you can say, hey, the best thing for me to do is move on, because this person doesn't want to work with me, and I want to do what's best for this person. So, any other questions?
I think that's great to talk about, because not every person is your ideal customer.
Right.
And you have to learn how to separate or discern early on so that you can begin to meet their needs.
Right. That's why it's so important to understand your, what I call your angelic customer profile. So you know your customer, you know who you want to super serve. And so when you encounter an angelic customer profile, or you prepare to meet that angelic customer profile person, whether they want to be met, your senses are heightened. And you're more aware. Hey, I have to really be on. I have to really have a great greeting. I have to really be on my P's and Q's and dot my I's and cross my T's, because this is my angelic customer profile. This person is going to be a prospect for me. Maybe not immediately, but certainly in the future they could be as well. Okay? And also consider buying styles and buying ways. I mean, deliberator versus decider. I mean, some people are deliberate. This kind of person, when you meet them, they may need more information. They may need to see some research, talk to somebody else. They have a consultant they use versus decider who just maybe wants to know the bottom line. So you have to consider all this. I mean, our goal as Christian salespeople is to love and serve people and to understand them. And so sometimes you have to make changes to what you do, because you're melding your sales process into their buying process. So maybe you don't have research at this time, but maybe this person wants research, so maybe you have to find the research for this person. You have to listen carefully. Maybe this person just wants the bottom line. Okay? And then customers want clarity and candor. I mean, they want respect and relevance. They want service and solutions, entertainment and education, invitations and not intrusion, tricks, not truth. And so many times I see people, and I would meet with customers, and they tell me how they get their customers. I have to understand how they grow their market share. I saw people doing all kind of weird things, strange things to get customers. I mean, one of the funniest stories I tell, I met with a customer once, and this was I was in radio, and he had a car dealership, a BMW dealership in PG County, okay? And I was asking what he was doing, so he showed me this ad. And his ad said that he was 15 minutes away from the Mormon Temple, because he was trying. One of his goals was he was trying to get customers out of Montgomery County. So now he's in what was this? Off Branch Avenue somewhere. I think it was Paso. Yeah, right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So I said, you're more than 15 minutes from the Mormon Temple. You can't tell people. You're gonna put this in the ad, and people are gonna start driving. And he just expects them to be. But they're gonna already be starting out the relationship dishonestly. So he said, you're right. Let me scratch that out. And he put down 30. So they get more than 30. So you just have to, in the ads and the things you do. I mean, I just use that as, this guy sold BMWs. You just have to be more honest with people. And try and get them from Montgomery County for a different reason. Maybe the prices, you'll offer a special or something. You show them an address, but just people want truth. They want relevance. They want advertising that's relevant to them. Okay? And then the last thing I want you guys to do is challenging each one of you to look at that list of things, or if that list doesn't include something that you do, Either improve upon that list, improve, if you have a website, look at improving that website. If you do seminars, look at different ways to improve your seminars. You do phone calls, look to improve your seminar. Improve everything, the quality of what you do, or either quality or quantity of what you do, in order to get customers. Let your faith move into action. You know that all things God works together for good. You know that as Christians, right? So let's start our faith. And I got 3 points here I want to make. Don't mistake activity for accomplishment. Okay? Measure everything. Some things are effective, some things aren't. You know, you got a question? You look like you got it.
Oh, it just sounds like me. I was so busy today, but
Yeah. Do a cost analysis about every endeavor. I mean, you may not, you know, maybe your customer wants to hear about you through, let's say, TV ads or radio. But I doubt if anybody here these television ads. But maybe you don't have the money for it right now to do it effectively. You know, so maybe you need to go on something where you can save money till you can do it the right way. Maybe your website needs improvement, but you just measure everything and do a cost analysis about every endeavor. You know, what do you expect to get out of it? If you invest this money, what do you expect to get? You know, what is the return you expect? At times it's not. Sometimes that's hard to measure, especially when you're talking about meeting, you know, grabbing your customers, because you may attend a seminar, but you're moving people from unawareness to awareness, you know, at your seminar. So even though you don't see a customer come, I mean, you just have to be consistent in being out there and being in different seminars. So maybe that person who became aware of you at a seminar, they see your website or something, or they get a referral, and so they're moving them through awareness to interest to desire and action. And so sometimes it's hard to measure. I mean, big companies measure awareness all the time, right? I mean, you know, P&G will do a survey before they launch a new Tide or a new program to see what the awareness level is, do the ad campaign, and then they measure awareness, and they go like, well, we increased awareness, so it's a good campaign. But obviously, I can't afford to do that, and not many people can afford to do that, but big companies measure awareness all the time. But try to measure as many things as you can measure, okay, as you move people through the spectrum toward action, okay? And then consider the competition, you know. I think, Al, you did something on SWOT, strengths and weaknesses. You know, obviously you want to think about your own strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and threats, and then think about, you know, the competition's strengths and weaknesses. You may need to position yourself around them. By that I mean position themselves. You know, if they offer something, you may make a slight change to what they offer, or if you have some aspect of your business is better, then position that, include that in your greeting and in your message. I mean, as Christian salespeople, I mean, one thing we can always do, and I think not enough people do it, is position yourself as a person who does business with integrity, and will make a promise of integrity, or a promise to do things honestly, and a promise to deliver, you know, service as part of what you sell. You know, so everybody, a lot of people sell websites, but not many people sell websites with a promise of, I'll deal with you honestly. I'll make recommendations that, you know, make sense. I heard somebody do it. If it doesn't work for you, you know, you hear it. Sometimes you hear it in some ads. If it doesn't work for you, we'll walk away from the business, or, you know, say no to somebody. Whatever language works for you. But put that into your message, your greeting, into your marketing, into your advertising. Okay, and then use your time wisely. I mean, things are happening. You know, people are making decisions, but use your time. Be proactive. I used to tell my retail clients that if there's no progress, there's regress. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards, because people are buying things off the shelves as we speak. So use your time wisely. Be proactive. Don't be idle. I mean, or passive. If you don't have anything going on, I mean, you should always have something going on. I mean, you should always be doing some activity to get customers, because you always need, you know, one or two things, right? Which is coming in, or old customers returning. Okay. And then I have scripture, of course, that goes with that. It talks about, you know, the competition one is from Luke 14:31. Suppose a king is about to go to war against another king. When he first sat down and considered the call, whether he's able to, with 10,000 men to oppose the one coming against him with 20,000. If he's not able, he will send a delegation while the other is still a long way off and ask for terms of peace. So, you know, just be careful with the competition. I mean, some competition is designed to blow you away. And when I did sales for WASH, I used to sell a lot nationally. Procter & Gamble was a big client, and they're philosophy was when a new product came out, they would outspend the competition. They would just outspend them. You know, we'll buy everything and we'll just outspend them and people won't even know they're around. And so, I mean, you look at things, I was looking the other day for Rembrandt toothpaste. It's like, what happened to Rembrandt toothpaste? It just got blown away by the competition. You know? All these detergents, there's only like 2 or 3 detergents now. And, you know, it just consider the competition.
What happened? They,
Not enough sales. Not enough sales. Not enough
did someone
sales.
time out or did it just go out?
They just went out. Not enough sales, not enough retail space. I mean, a lot of times in that world, retail shelf space, I don't think anybody here fights for retail shelf space, but that's a priority, and a lot of times there's a lot of negotiation that goes on in terms of retail shelf space, in terms of grocery stores. So,
So if you're not selling, you're out quickly.
yeah.
If you don't hit your numbers,
Right,
it's over.
right. I mean, there's some really vicious competition sometimes. There was vicious competition between radio stations. So, you know, we talked about the other stations on air, and we talked about them off air, and with our clients and everything, from everything, from their personal lives to everything, you know. So, yeah, it just got that heavy. But I'm just saying that to just say, you know, be aware of what the competition is doing, who the market leaders are, and what they're doing, and how they're getting customers. But the big thing is, you know, we need meetings. We need to meet with people. If we're meeting, if you don't have enough meetings, I mean, everybody here should have a target goal of meetings they want to have every month or you know, every week, and work toward getting those meetings. And I know this is not easy because of competition and because of the way our customers want to meet, the way they want to meet, because that's you know, keep that in paramount in your mind is how does the customer want to meet? You don't want to do an email blast if your customer hates emails and they don't respond to emails. Okay, if you do referrals, no referrals take a long time. You know, that's just the process. You know, that's just the slowest form of advertising. Okay, you don't want to do anything you really can't afford. You know, don't mistake activity for accomplishment. You don't want to start doing, you know, say newspaper ads just to do a newspaper ad or something. Just be careful.